All right, welcome everybody. We're at the UpdatePromise booth with Brandon Nixon. Brandon, it's great to be here with you guys today.
No, it's great to see you guys. Thank you guys for coming.
All right, and so first, what problem were you personally fed up with before this company existed?
Communication with customers. The fact that we had our own collision center and dealership, that we couldn't get our advisors to proactively keep customers updated was the most frustrating thing ever, right? Because it's part of what you should be doing,
right?
Hence the name UpdatePromise, which is why we built UpdatePromise. So you want to keep the customer updated on the promise. So that was the original inception of the program, came out of that original problem.
Great.
So.
And it's a problem that still exists, right?
Exactly.
We're still trying to solve
Exactly.
But I'm curious, so after, you guys have obviously grown so much and dealers are using your solution, what is the biggest change that you guys can't ignore after implementing UpdatePromise?
I think really the biggest change is how quick and removing the bottlenecks at the dealership that the dealers are instantly seeing, like, hey, wow, things have changed a lot. I'm getting faster approvals from customers because they're seeing the videos of what's going on, right?
Yeah. That's a big deal.
And we make it easy from one department to the next. I always say we're not a tool that has been Frankenstein together,
right?
Where we built everything from the ground up by listening to our dealers.
Yeah.
So that's gone a long way, and I think the dealers recognize that. And then also support. I mean, vendors are vendors, but if you don't have support, there's no point of choosing any of the products if they're not supporting you. And so we put a heavy emphasis, and it's expensive, but our people have to be in the stores every 60 days.
That's amazing.
So it's been great there.
That's a huge side, coming obviously from running stores forever. You get super excited about a new solution, and then 60 days down the line, you got some issues, and it's like, I can't get a hold of anybody to fix the problem that I was so excited to have solved.
Well, and the reality is issues are going to happen. Software is software, right?
Yeah.
And
it's constantly evolving too.
Exactly. Those first 60 days are so crucial in the adoption for your team. So we believe we do what's called a hypercare process. So the first 6 weeks, we're meeting with the stores every single week going, hey, how are you progressing? By that fourth week, we're physically back in that store saying, all right, what's the problem? So what do we need to address? And how can we get things going forward?
Well, and I feel like that makes it more customizable too, because I mean, every dealership has their process and things that you can fine tune. So by you guys being hyper focused on that, it gives them that customized experience too.
Well, and every dealer is the next best thing since sliced bread, and their process is the best. All right, let's just call it what it is. So yes, we have to customize for every store that has the best process ever, right? So it's a lot of work, but it's well worth the investment for sure.
So what do you see as the actual problem with communication and updates versus what dealers think the problem is?
Okay,
that's a good question.
This is a great question. I think the dealers think that the problem is I just need my team to call the customers, right? Or text back the customers. One tidbit that I've always taught advisors is that listen to the communication preference that the customers are giving you. If they text you, text them back. Don't call them.
Don't call them.
Because they text you. That's how they want to communicate, right? And from the customer's perspective, it's never a good experience to bring your car in to get it serviced anyway. It's always an inconvenience. So let's be proactive on the communication, not reactive from a dealer's perspective. And everybody thinks like, hey, if I just train the advisors to just give them a call, it's like, well, no, let's be more proactive along the way, which is part of what our tool does to fill that gap.
Well, and you think about Advisors Day, they really shouldn't be spending their time updating the customer. They should be working and writing. And the one thing I wanted to point out too is, I always lose it, my question. It was something really good, but it'll come back to me. But it was about just like the advisors and their time and what, just updating the customer.
I think for advisors, when it comes to time, they spend so much effort picking up the phone for status calls, right? And so that's always been a problem. So if we can have the advisors focusing on actually getting proper recommendations, the technicians in their bay, right? What we're doing with our iPads and the meta integrations and the digital communication from parts to the technician and the advisors, now they're in their bay. What I think a lot of dealers lose time on is when that technician walks out of the bay to go over to the parts department, it's not a straight walk.
No.
I'm stopping 4 or 5 times.
You got to talk to Jimmy.
Exactly, right? That's a lot of lost time.
Not to mention all the parts people and their time, like you're interrupting the parts people.
Exactly. So the more that we can streamline that and make it more digitized, but you can't do that with a Frankenstein tool when it takes 10, 15 minutes for one thing to load into that tool, right? So streamlining that in a singular program helps out a lot.
Yes.
So obviously there's been a lot of acceleration in tech
Yeah.
over the last couple of years.
It's hard to keep up.
Yeah, exactly. So in the last 12, I was going to say 24 months. I think that's too long a back look.
Maybe
In the
12.
last 12 months, what do you think that has happened that makes a solution like yours impossible for dealers to ignore?
Well, I think the industry in general, focusing on service is so important.
Yeah.
So having a tool like ours, but in the 12 to 24 months, the customer's expectations have transformed.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what dealership they're going to, they're getting a video. And if you're one of those dealers who's not putting a video out there,
Yep.
the customer's going to tell you,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So I think that has helped, especially for companies like us, where it's like you can't ignore. You have to have some
cannot.
sort of digitized process and get videos out to customers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the shift, especially recently, is not just, it used to be just get your technicians to take a video and send it, right? Now it's, are they making quality videos, right?
Right.
So hiring someone or having a tool.
Well, having a tool, training, but
Training.
also with technology, to your point, we built in, and this is one of our big releases this
yeah, that's
NADA,
right.
our AI grading. So what it will do, our AI will analyze every video, no matter where it comes from, and it'll listen to what the technician said, it'll see what the technician said, and it'll build the recommendations for them. So number one, saving huge amounts of time.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Number
that's
two,
insane.
it'll grade them and say, hey, did they do everything that the dealer wants them to do,
Yeah.
right?
So
from
you set that parameter of like the
each
expectation?
dealership can set it.
Oh, that's
So
good.
it's not just it's saying, hey, was it a good video based off the AI? It's actually taking what the dealer input and said, hey, I want you to introduce yourself. I want you to show the filters, the batteries, the fluids.
Yeah.
And it checks those boxes off and then
Okay.
gives them a full grade on it.
And that becomes a coaching tool,
Correct.
right? For
Yeah.
the technicians.
Correct.
Right?
Well,
that becomes
it's
a,
real time.
Yeah.
So the moment I upload that video, it's going, boom, you just got a C on that video. It's going to
Okay.
be harsh, right?
Yeah.
That technician's going to go, well, why? Why'd I get a C, right?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
what's going on? They
Yeah.
don't like that, right?
No, they
well,
don't.
the next video, they're going to go, all right, well, maybe I should fix that. And it'll tell them what they should fix, which
Yeah,
is great.
yeah.
The real-time
Oh.
feedback's really
yeah.
helpful.
And then whether you guys are doing it or the dealer themselves does it, but gamifying that within the technicians,
Absolutely.
you could do some great
I'm
contests.
big
for
on
technicians.
scoreboards. Put
Yeah,
a scoreboard
put it up there. Yeah.
and you're averaging A-, and this guy's averaging
Yeah.
D+. People don't like being at the bottom
Yeah,
of the scoreboard,
no, definitely
right?
not.
So
Definitely
Especially
not.
text.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So what metrics do stores obsess over that doesn't actually move a needle for them?
Ooh, that's a hard question. Metrics that stores obsess over that doesn't move the needle. I can tell you, just completing an MPI
Yeah.
doesn't move the needle.
Yeah.
Okay. So I one of the most frustrating things I see with stores, and I just wrote it to one of our other stores recently, they'll have a 98% video and MPI completion, and they'll have a 33% send rate.
That's
Great.
Yeah,
Great job
you
doing
did.
the video.
You
You
didn't
just
send
wasted
it.
so much time.
Yeah.
Right? And if I'm a technician, I'm getting pissed off at the advisors
Exactly.
going, I just spent all this time and you're not even getting it out to the
You're not
customer.
even sending it.
And the biggest excuse you'll get from advisors is like, well, the guy was right in front of me, so I just showed it to them. Okay, well, where's your documentation when
Yeah.
they come back and
Right.
say, hey, I got into an accident because my brakes were bad,
Right.
but you didn't send it, so it's not
Exactly.
documented,
Yeah.
right?
Well, and people like to take time and research. I think from like a consumer's perspective, I can't make the decision right then and there.
Correct.
I want to think about it, especially if it's not an emergency kind of thing. Like I got a plan for this. It's
Well,
yeah.
and if you have a spouse like mine, I'm sending it straight to her going like, hey, we good to approve
Yeah,
this?
right,
Yes
yeah.
or no? She
Yeah.
may not know what she's saying. She knows I'm more knowledgeable about it,
Yeah.
but she's like, yeah,
Can
go
we
ahead
do
and
this
do it,
or-
right?
yeah, yeah.
So if I can send that over, that
Yeah.
helps
Yeah.
out to make decisions.
And
It
it's
totally
more
does.
powerful from the customer's side to see that approved decline
Yep.
and have to hit that decline rather than to just
Yeah.
go, I'm not interested.
well,
Right,
and
and
do
move
you
on.
guys track all that too, so you can see all the
Absolutely,
decline
yeah.
stuff, and
Including a signature.
Oh.
So we recently released last year, so every approval that they go through in our glove box and click approve or decline,
Mm-hmm.
customer has to sign at the bottom. It's date and time stamped, it's state and federal compliance with a full chain of custody there. So there's no coming back saying, hey, I didn't approve that. It's all completely built in.
That's yeah. What about like metrics and things that you guys are tracking? Like, is there anything that dealerships should look at in your guys' solution that they're not really looking at?
So
On a normal
our big
basis?
push is on view rates.
Okay.
Industry average on viewing MPI is right around like 25 to 30%, which is awful. Statistically, we've seen that if the customer views it, you're seeing a 30% increase in your dollars per RO just by getting them to view it. We're nationwide averaging right around 60+%, like 60 to 70%. So a big push from our store is making sure that you're communicating to the customer what to expect when they show up, so they actually look at it. Because when they look at it, they're gonna approve it, right?
Yes.
The second part of it is not just videos, but videos and photos. So we've done studies over the last 2 years with a few of our OEMs, and everybody's just saying, hey, send videos, send videos. I completely agree, but statistically, if you send a video with a detailed photo with it, it's about a 35% increase in dollars per RO just by making sure that you have both there. So I've always said videos are turning into nowadays video whipped. You know, we used to call them pencil whip. Technicians, if you're only watching, hey, did you make a video? They're just going to go, I did it, and move on, right? So videos and photos result in higher dollars per RO. So that's things that we've been pushing with our stores for.
That's interesting. I've never heard that stat before. The video and
every
pictures.
OEM I speak to, I show them the data from the last year, and they're like, wow, we've been pushing video. I'm like, keep doing it. But
and
combine it. Put video and photo together.
That's impressive.
That is.
And data doesn't lie. It's right there.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, Brandon, any final thoughts for us here?
So, for anybody who's watching, you guys have to come check us out. I mean, our new technology, we've worked our butts off the last 6 or 8 months on our new technology. We are the only automotive company with integrations. Actually, I got them in here with Ray-Ban and Oakley Meta glasses.
There we go.
So technicians are now under the vehicle. They have both hands. They don't have a big clunky iPad taking videos. We're the only automotive company with that partnership today with Meta.
Nice.
And you don't have to record it, save it, and upload it. I record it, it's right in the MPI. And then, like I said earlier, our AI recommendations, where it takes what they say, what they see, and it builds the recommendations for them and then grades them. It's game changing for the industry. So
that's huge.
Cool. Awesome.
So exciting.
Thank
you guys for joining and coming by. I really appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right.